Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stress to success as my little gift to you just for being here. Please do subscribe, share and review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you'll also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, printables, programs. You can find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I'm here for it. So that's the formalities over, my love. So let's jump to the content. The joy of addition and subtraction is something that not many people actually take the conscious time to think about. Probably because you don't know what the fudge I'm talking about yet. Which means it can have a really profound effect, which I love. And as always, it's about keeping things super simple, because often the simple things are what can have the most profound effects. So firstly, I should probably explain what I mean by addition and subtraction and in what context. I was talking with my glorious Positive Pants Toolkit members in our monthly call, and I was talking through a little exercise that I've been doing recently, and I do a lot. A lot of people kind of reserve it for the beginning of the year, for the end of the year. So I thought I would go through it with you. The first part is something I've spoken about before. And like I say, this is something that people will usually say for the beginning or the end of the year. However, I am a big fan of doing it at any point when things are feeling off, or you need some clarity, or you're going through some sort of change or making big decisions. Essentially, we're going to be getting super clear on what you want and reminding your brain, specifically your reticular activating system, what is important to you and what opportunities to filter out for you. Oh, the magic bit. But the piece I really wanted to go into here is the idea of addition and subtraction. Often there are some seriously easy wins to be found in there, and that might have been hiding in our unconscious programming, and with a little conscious thought are actually pretty easily solvable. Some that could be instantly changeable, some that can give you some serious clarity, some that will give you focus and motivation. Glorious. We love all of that. All of that. I do this exercise along with my written visualization journaling and future gratitude practices. You might use it as a manifestation exercise, but you're basically talking in the present tense about what you want your life to look like. And I do this using the core life categories. So health and fitness, wealth and finances, learning and growth, career and work, romance and relationships, fun and adventures, and then friends, family and social life, and your physical environment. So whenever I do any journaling or visualization exercises in this realm, I like to go through all of these categories because, I like to be thorough. So what am I talking about when I say the joy of addition and subtraction? When you go through these categories and get really, really honest with yourself, what needs adding to each? What needs taking away? So much of our inner work is about real, brutal, raw honesty. The ability to be self-aware and honest, conscious. We tell ourselves so many stories that, when not conscious and curious, become absolutes. I can't do that because if I do this, then that happens. Those sorts of phrases come up. These real finite, I absolutely can't do that because this is going to happen. When actually, if we just question ourselves a little bit around it, we might have a completely different opinion. So the magic of asking yourself better questions is game changing. And asking, what do I need to add to make the shift towards where I want to be? And what do I need to subtract to make a shift towards where I want to be? In each of these categories can give you so many clues on how to actually make it happen. So I always say it's about the softly catchy monkey approach to get to where you want to be. Too many people focus on the big audacious goals that are huge, and then they can feel completely paralyzed and sit in inaction because it's too big. Plus, it's all too easy to create goals that aren't really your goals and have been set by good marketers to keep you buying and feeling rubbish about not being where you want to be just yet. So you see it a lot in focus on areas of external validation, that if you don't look a certain way or weigh a certain amount or earn a certain amount or have the right amount of followers, then you are not good enough or worthy enough as a human. It's time to say no more, my friends. It's all rubbish. It's so much easier to focus on incremental improvements. And I promise you, all the marketers that are talking about their big results did it this way. So focus on the incremental improvements than to ever expect yourself to wake up one day and poof, everything's different. That is how you make it happen. Being prepared to do the work, step by step. Being prepared to question yourself, your thoughts, your behaviours and your beliefs. And just take the first move forwards. So take each category, grab your journal. And for example, let's take work. Right now, whether you have your own business, you're in a job, or maybe both, what needs adding that's going to allow you to live according to your values or how you want to feel, that's going to move you towards where you want to be? Could that be, I need to add flexibility? How can you do that? The job landscape has changed unrecognisably to pre-COVID. Is the way you used to think about a job the same way you think about it now? Same thing with a business, Could it be, I need to add the knowledge that my bills are covered every month? How can you do that? Could it be that you need to add a new revenue stream? How can you do that? Could it be that you need to subtract some distraction? How can you do that? Could it be that you need to subtract being around certain people that don't make you feel good? How can you do that? There are so many ways you can question yourself around this, and it's honestly magical. What people tend to do is look at and focus on what they don't have yet, without really questioning why or what needs to happen to change it and make it happen. We can get stuck in a mindset of self-pity or victim mentality, which is not empowering at all and difficult to move out of. But if you ask yourself what needs to be added to this particular part of your life in order to make that happen, and what needs to be subtracted to make it happen, all of a sudden you see all these possibilities that you didn't see before. More stories will come up from your lovely brain and ego, trying to keep you safe in the predictable familiar, which is why when you continue to just keep asking, what needs adding? What needs subtracting? I love doing these exercises because there's always something that is a super easy fix or win. I also love it because it's so fascinating to catch my brain in its stories, because the more you do, the more you can laugh at it. And also not just blindly believe the things that you say to yourself. This is when I'm talking about becoming the observer of your thoughts, not becoming your thoughts, right? So it's a double whammy effect of being honest about all the steps you can take to keep moving forwards, being able to see what's within your power and control, and also practicing and wiring the neural pathways to not believe the rubbish that you say to yourself half the time. That's the difference that makes the difference. So I hope you enjoy this exercise and really take some time over it and see some simple action points. And I hope you come back to me in a few months and tell me that you listened to this episode and all the progress that you've made. But you do need to do the work, though. It's the only caveat. So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then join the Positive Pants Toolkit app and community so you can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to join the toolkit or book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now, because you can. I'm here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you next week. Bye!